Hello, Professor. My name is Coral Gangitano, or Gangitano for the Italian way. My area of content is mathematics. I'm hoping to teach middle school or high school. I'm open to either of those options. Specifically, Algebra 1 or Algebra 2. I'm really open to anything besides stats and geometry just because those aren't my strong areas. But I will learn it if I have to because that's what being a teacher is about being flexible about the situations you're put in. I am actually still in my undergrad, so I have one more semester left of that. So I'm almost there. I'm really excited. So that will be fall of 2020. And then since I have done my undergrad as mathematics with an option in education, I was able to get ahead in my teaching credential classes. And so I will be doing my student teaching spring 2021. So right after I graduate, I go straight into student teaching. A pressing concern that I have about helping my students in mathematics is finding a way to help students have an appreciation for math. I know that we've all had those teachers that make us want to pull our hair out and make us want to cry, but I don't want to be that teacher. I want all my students to realize why we are learning mathematics, the importance of it, and how we can use it in our everyday, because I know many teachers don't tap into what interests students, and that's where our new generations are going in teaching, is that we need to connect with our students and make them aware of how we can use this in our everyday lives. I know I can't do that for every lesson, but I definitely want to push myself to try to, so students can have a reason to why they're learning it besides being like, oh, it's a common core standard. So yeah. And then one interesting thing about myself is that I've actually studied abroad 3 times, which has made me want to teach in Europe. So eventually I think I'll teach in America, but for a majority of my life I want to live and travel in Europe. The reason is because I actually had an internship at my first place that I studied abroad, which was Florence, Italy, and I was teaching little Italian kids English and music. And to this day, my favorite part of that trip was the little Italian kids with their little accents trying to speak English and them teaching me Italian. And then the second time I studied abroad was in Recanati, Italy. I went and studied abroad that time because I thought I was going to add a minor in Italian, but I wound up not doing it because of going over the limit of CSULB requirements for units. But that was really awesome because I was the youngest student in my class. Everybody was pretty much in their 40s or 50s, and they were from all over the world. So the whole class was taught in Italian, and I was the only American student. So Italian was my only linking way to talk to my other students because a majority of them were from Portugal or from Spain. So it was really hard to communicate with them, but I really enjoyed that. And then the third time I studied abroad was in Budapest, Hungary, and that was actually a math education program. So I got to learn the Hungarian mathematics style of teaching, and I actually got to teach Hungarian students at a math camp where it was the brightest students that in Hungary that were all invited to this camp, all paid for, and it was a week of intense mathematics that really got them to think. And it wasn't your typical like, here's a lesson, here's how you do it, repeat it and do it on a worksheet. It was, here's a concept, here's a problem, see how they connect and see if you can do it. So it was really fun. So all those 3 experiences has also led me to have my job at the Study Abroad office. So if all fails of being a teacher, I really hope to do something with studying abroad. I've worked at our office at CSULB for the past 2 years, and I hope to continue to work there. I haven't received my goal card yet, but I did email it to you. And thank you for learning about me, and I'm excited for this class.